Hi, today is World First Aid Day, and it's one of my favorite times because it's an opportunity to tell you guys about first aid. So, World First Aid Day is about raising global awareness on the importance of first aid and how first aid saves lives. Yeah, for reminders, first aid is the first help you give to somebody who has suddenly become ill or injured before the person can access professional medical help. Unfortunately, when there's a medical emergency, whether it's minor or it's major, you don't snap your fingers and then you see a hospital. You don't snap your fingers and voila, you see a doctor or a healthcare professional. You don't snap your fingers and then an ambulance appears. So the time frame between when the incident has happened to the time where professional medical help is gotten is very crucial. Anything can happen. So it's important that that first aid, that first help is given to the victim, right? That's really the essence of first aid. In first aid, we have what we refer to as the three P's. They are the benefits of first aid, what first aid will do for anybody. So first aid would prevent a bad situation from worsening. First aid will promote quick recovery. First aid would preserve lives. Those are the three P's: to preserve lives, to prevent a bad situation from worsening, and then to promote rapid recovery. Okay, so those are the benefits of first aid. This year, the theme for the World First Aid Day is first aid in the digital world. We live in the digital world right now. Digital technology has really been of great benefit in different areas of our lives. And we're saying that digital technology can help people access first aid information. So people are online these days, maybe 50% of the time, or let me do a healthy guess, 30% of their time they spend it online, right? So while you're online, we're encouraging you to learn first aid, get a first aid skill. Okay, but it's important you go for a first aid training. But before you go for a first aid training, how about getting some information online? So we say if you go on websites, you go on social media pages, or social media platforms, Facebook, former Twitter, which is X, um, podcast, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere you have first aid information. On my pages, on my social media pages, you have first aid information. I constantly just put out first aid information that could make the difference between life and death. So the truth is this: when more people learn what to do when there's a medical emergency, you find out that we have better results. We have more lives are being preserved. So when there's an injury or when someone has suddenly become ill, you know what to do, and then you're preserving lives, so you're help promoting quick recovery, or you're preventing a bad situation from getting worse. We have five highly recommended first aid skills we think everybody should have, and they are the most important ones we've put out here. So the first aid skill we're encouraging everybody to have is to learn CPR and to know how to use an AED. CPR is cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and an AED is a machine that will help to restart the heart. It is automated external defibrillator. Okay, so when somebody becomes unresponsive, is not breathing, the person probably has had a sudden cardiac arrest, or maybe has suffered an electric shock. You know, if you knew how to give CPR, the person's life could be preserved. Yeah. Another first skills that we encouraging everybody to learn is how to stop a bleed. So when somebody bleeds, it depends on how much blood volume is lost. The person could die. Blood is life. So if you knew what to do when somebody is bleeding, maybe from a gunshot wound or from a stab wound or from an accident or stuff like that, if you knew what to do, how to stop a bleed, you could actually preserve the person's life. You know, we all have, adults really have about 5 liters of blood. So if you lose so much blood, the person could die. So let's learn how to stop a bleed. The third first aid skill we're encouraging us to learn is what to do when first aid for choking. Okay, so when somebody is choking, the airways are blocked and the person could die if the blockage is complete. So learn to what to do when somebody is choking or when a child is choking. The fourth first aid intervention we're encouraging people to have is to learn how to take care of wounds and injuries so that infections could be prevented. Another first aid skill to learn is to know how to learn the signs of life. When is somebody's life in danger? How do you know when somebody's life is in danger? So signs of life is another first aid intervention that we should learn. Okay. So you could see that you would agree that if we knew these first aid interventions and there's a medical emergency that needed these interventions, then you could make the difference between life and death. You could preserve the person's life, you could promote quick recovery, and then you could prevent a bad situation from getting worse. Here's hoping that you make a commitment to learn one first aid skill before this year runs out. Please. Thank you. Have a fantastic rest of the year. My name is Errol from the First Aid Bookshop, The Fabs.